Hello, my name is Qasxz and welcome back to the joy of building. This is going to be part 2 of our little, what shall we call it, cloud city? Let's call it a cloud city. So in the first episode we've built some clouds and we built a little bit of a teleport room thingy, and well, today we're going to make a little bit of a house to go along with our area. So I kind of want the house to be that size, and this is going to be a rectangular house, but it's not going to follow the grid lines of Minecraft itself. So usually when you're building houses you kind of make straight lines and it's all nice and easy, but I'm not going to do that. I want to make it a little bit more interesting, and that way it fits the space of my plot a little bit better. So that's why we're doing it like this. And it's a nice little challenge. So we can learn a lot from making houses by making something that's a bit different. So just like last episode, we extend our cloud a bit, so we're going to have to fluff it up again. It's not too big of a problem, it's just... But it's very important that you do, in fact, fluff up your cloud again, because otherwise it will look plain and frankly, it will look boring if you don't do it. Glass block. Oops. Just place a couple of those in. Again, with the chiseled quartz, I'm making patches of 3 to 5, 6, maybe 7 blocks at most. And then with the other blocks, I'm just putting singular blocks in, nothing too much. Alright, so this is gonna be our little house. And I want it to be a little bit higher, so I'm going to make a little bit of a staircase going up here. And I'm just going to make it out of cobblestone slabs, because why not? Why use something different? It's not too big of a deal what kind of blocks we use for this bit. Alright, and then in between this line of slabs we have on the outside, we're going to be placing some stone blocks. You could also use stone brick blocks or andesite. Use whatever you like. I like using stone blocks. And then we're going to have to make a floor, so I'm just going to use the cyan stained clay. And I'm using World Edit because it's easier for me to do, because I know a lot of the numbers for the blocks by memory, so that's just for me it's easier. But if you don't know them by memory, you can always just, for most blocks you can just type in the names. Sometimes the block name is spelled a little bit weird or differently than you would think, so you gotta be a bit careful with that. Alright, so again, making it a bit more interesting. So what we're going to be doing is each time our wall goes outwards 1 block or inwards 1 block, we're going to be putting a stair from stone brick, and we're going to be putting a block of andesite underneath. So nothing over here because it's not going in 1 block, and I wouldn't know where to place it if I was doing it over there. And be sure to replace the other blocks you remove. So, alright. And then to keep with the theme, we're going to use quartz blocks. Excuse me. And we're just going to make a bit of a wall all along this. And we're going to start by just making a bit of a boring wall with just 1 or 2 windows in. So I know for a fact I want a window over here. So what we're going to do is just place some pillars on the side. Make them 3 blocks high, and then let's have some quartz stairs. And these are going to be windows, but I'm not going to place glass blocks in them because the shape of the house is so odd and awkward. It's not really, well, it's not really easy to do. And then this is going to be our entrance, so why not make a little bit of an arch over here as well. And then let's just finish the rest of the walls. Just stack up the blocks like this. Stand on top of them. In creative mode you can place 3 blocks at once each time. In survival mode you can only place 2 at a time because your reach in survival mode is a little bit less than in creative. So for me this is easy. In survival gonna take a bit more time. And this is quite a boring wall, let's be honest. It's not interesting, it's just flat. So the least thing we can do is put another window in, somewhere like right here. Make it the same size as well, so it fits together nicely. And then what we can do is just have some andesite, and let's just place it like this with some of these in between. And then let's not use those over there. Let's use stone brick instead. Just giving it a little bit of color and making it a bit more interesting that way. I'm gonna do the same on this side. Gotta really look where you're placing each block because it's a little bit hard sometimes when you're working with these angles to know where everything should go. Like if you're going to be 1 block from the corner, is it over here? Or is it over here? I don't know where the corner is, so sometimes it's a little bit hard to do things on both sides of the build at once in the same way. But we're able to figure it out. So let's build a roof on this boy. No, first let's put in a door. Gonna use a nice bright door to go with the build. And let's just make the wall go straight up over here. And let's just fill it up like that. Nice and simple. Alright, so we want the roof on this house, and we could use the same type of block again. Use this one. But I want to keep that one for the special building, so the teleport room and the little bit of a shrine. So let's use brick instead. Brick is always a nice choice to use for when building a house. So let's follow this line. And if you're gonna follow it, it's gonna end over there and over there. And let's just make it go up a bit. And then up another block. And then over here, it's gonna go up 2 blocks. So it's a little bit of a pointy roof. And let's do the same thing on the other side. And you'll see in a bit why I'm choosing to do it like this. Because right now I'm following it and it looks like it's gonna be over there. Which is a little bit different than over here. Over here we had 1, 2, 3 bits of 2, 1, 2, 3. And then it goes over here. And it's one more block over there. So actually I should probably do it like this. Make the building go like that. Because that's what's gonna make a straight wall. So let's actually move these up then. And now it's all good again. So I didn't see that at first, but because I looked from the other side as well before building the middle section of the roof, I was able to fix it before too late. And we're going 2 blocks before going inwards 1 block with the main bit of the house. So let's also do that for the roof. And keeping the holes in there for now. And well, I'm starting from this side. But if you're going to start from this side, it's actually going to be like this. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go from both sides. So if you started from this block, it's going to go like this. Yep. And that way you're gonna know that the roof is gonna be the same on both sides, which to me is kind of important. I get a little bit annoyed when the roof isn't the same on both sides of the building. And this way you can make sure that it actually is. And because we're building a roof out of bricks, and brick blocks have the ability to use stairs and such, once the roof is done, we're going to also be making it nice and smooth. Alright, blocks over there. And building roofs, it always takes a little bit of time, and especially when building roofs like this, that are not straight, it can be a little bit, well, I suppose you could say scary. Maybe you get a little bit anxious when building a roof like this, but just go along with it, you'll be fine. Right, so let's put some stairs over here and over there, I suppose. And then we're going to, yeah, let's put some stairs over there as well, and then put some slabs right besides each stair. Oops. And then on the bottom row, we're going to have some simple slabs. And you need some slabs over there because that's where the slab would be for the next row. Alright, so where did we have our stairs again? We had them over here, I believe. Yeah, and then at the top as well. So we have 3 stairs in a row and then the slabs besides them. Alright. And then having a roof made of only bricks like this, even though it's an interesting shape, it's going to get kind of boring. Let's be honest. So what we're going to do to fix that, and this one should be a stair. Yeah. What we're going to do to fix that is we're just going to also grab some stone brick stairs, and we're just going to make the outer row of the roof, like the border of the roof, just going to give that a little bit of a different color. Just give it a little bit of a nice, how do you call it? A little bit of a border. Just to give it a bit more of a defined shape. And we're also going to make the top row like this be part of the border. And we're just going to go around and replace the outer block each time. And when building a roof like this on this angle, sometimes you have to look whether a block is gonna need to be replaced or not. Because, well, let's look at this corner for example. Do I need to replace this slab or not? Well, I don't know yet. Let's just continue building a little bit and then we can see. Right, so it's either gonna be like this or like this. I think I'm going with the slab being stone brick. But again, it's your choice, so that's just one of those choices that there's no right and no wrong. Either way, it's gonna look pretty good. All right, and I believe that's our little house done. Now you could put an interior. No, and before I forget, we're going to have to do something about this. So what do we want to do? Thinking maybe put some pillars like that. I'm not putting pillars like this because then you can see the sides of them and I don't like that. And I don't like this because it's going to be on the same block as the roof. So I'm going to make it go inwards one more block. And again, because the roof or the entire house even is on an angle, sometimes you're going to be able to see bricks like that, and well, there's just nothing you can do about that. Put some slabs over there to just give it a little bit of a more defined line. Just give it a bit more definition. And again, on this side, we're going to be able to see a little bit of the brick of the roof from the inside. And what you can do to prevent that is just put some stairs over there and then put them on the other side as well. Other than that, there's not really a good way around that. It's just a side effect of the way we're building our house. Put some stairs in for a little bit of a nicer shape. And then later on, you could put some interior on your house. Put some of your chests in there. Alright. Moving on to the last island. We're first of all going to build another bridge. Add purple on the inside over here, so I'm going to put blue in the inside on this bridge. And what I'm gonna do is just go 3 blocks down and then 1 block in. So 1, 2, 3 and then 1 block in. But it's just a very short bridge, so it's not gonna be very noticeable. And I want these blocks, so I'm gonna put a stone brick wall in the middle. Put some slabs like this to just give it a little bit of a railing so you don't fall off. And to just give it a bit more of a nice shape. Alright, so we want our little temple. So let's just do that. First of all, I want a circle. There's a circle. There's a circle. That's a circle. Nope, I only want 1 piece of stone. I don't like having more than one of the same item in my inventory. Actually, let's put some quartz over here. And then we're going to put our statue on here. And it's gonna be very small, so you gotta use your imagination a little bit. So it's going to be a statue of a fairy. Fairy, no, an angel. And I want some of these. Alright. Put the wings on there. And then I want just a piece of gray carpet on top. And there we have it. And that's gonna be our statue. And we're going to have a bit of a waterfall behind it. So we're going to continue our temple. Gonna have our pillars on these blocks, because that's just the nicest way to connect over here. And I don't want this too much taller than the statue, so let's go to over there. And now what shall we use? I'm just going to make the water come from like right over here. And then we're going to put some blocks around. And making a waterfall in such a small area is a bit difficult, so just give me a moment to figure out how I want it exactly. Yeah, let's put it over there, and then let's put some stone walls. Just put some decoration around it so it doesn't all look too flat. From the backside it's gonna be not the most impressive, but hey, what can you do? Alright, and then let's put some more stone walls over here. And the water is going to come down like this. And I'm just going to put stone at the bottom over here of the water, where it's gonna come down. Just because, well, I don't want it to be distracting from the statue. And if I make it really bright and colorful, it's going to take away from the statue. Alright, so there we go. Now let's grab some stone slabs, stone brick slabs, and put them like this. And put another row over here. So that way there's more of a clear path to stand, you know. And let's remove these and continue our temple this way. Again, working with a bit strange angles, so it's not everything is going to be clear where every little pillar should be. And let's actually make this bit stop right here. So I'm going to have a bit of a high area to our chapel and a little bit of a low area. Again, just like last episode, giving different bits of the roof, different structures in the roof, giving it a little bit more of an interesting shape. And let's make sure our roof is connected like this, so that we know where our actual roof is gonna start. Just gonna put some stone over there for now. Now this is quite bulky at the outside. So what can you do to make it less bulky? Put more blocks on it. Just making it look a little bit less awkward. Let's do something like this. Let's have another bit of a stair over there, or wall I mean. And that's just where our water comes from. Alright. This is gonna be another one of our special roofs. So, or this is another roof to one of our special buildings. So I'm going to be using the ice again. Front bit is just gonna be fairly simple. Now, over here, there's a bit of a conundrum, because I don't want to put my ice over here. It's gonna be in the way of the other roof. So let's just do it like that, I suppose. Or what we could also do is just do it like this. Then we can have it like this. I think that's a better solution. Just move the entire roof out a little bit. Alright. And then let's put a block over there. And let's go for another bit of a sphere on top. Again, make your circle and then make your circle but looking from the side. So make it go like this. And do that for each side. And of course, if you're using World Edit, or if you find this difficult to do, you can just use there are guides online, or just use World Edit to make your sphere. I think with a small sphere like this, it's easy enough to make it by hand. So that's why I'm doing it by hand. Because the thing with making spheres with World Edit is you'll always make a full sphere. And I only need half a sphere, so that's why I'm doing it like this. Now, again, I think this is a bit... maybe I wouldn't say boring, but we can make it a bit more interesting. So let's put some stone bricks going over the top like this. And over here. And we're going to be replacing some of these stone bricks with stairs. I just want to see first how it will look. Alright, let's put some of these over here. And over there we can't put the walls underneath, but over there we can. Just to give it some more structure. Let's grab our stone stair. Place it right over there. And then we can put some stone brick slabs around this. Alright. Now, let's continue our half slabs around the outside over here. Because we just still need to make our walls a bit. We don't want to fall out of it or just not know where we are. So, there we go. There's our angel statue. And she's kind of dark, as you see. So what we're going to be doing is we're just going to get a little bit of light in here. Now what can we do? We can just put it on the eyes over here. Just nice and simple. Put some of these end rods. I like these end rods because you can place them all kinds of different directions and they float, and I think they're better looking than torches. Actually, it's an angel statue, right? So why not have a little bit of a yellow carpet on top instead? Like it's a bit of a halo. Alright. So, almost done. We're going to have to put some finishing touches on the build, so let's do some of that. Put a bit of grass over there, and then let's just put some grass around in areas where there's still normal, regular grass. And continue our path to the house, because we would want to reach that if we were living there. We can put some more grass over here. And over there we can even put a little bit of a rose bush in there. And let's put some grass over here as well with another rose bush. And do we even have any grass left on this island? Yes, we do. So you can make that island a little bit larger, just so you can put some more grass around it. And let's just build our tree. We almost finished it anyway, the tree. So it's not going to be much work anymore. Just put some logs and then go around with leaves, and as you go up, put more leaves outside, and then as you go up even more, start working your way inwards again. It's fairly simple to make a tree. You just gotta think about what kind of tree you want. So for this tree I want a fairly simple, just a little bit of a ball of leaves at the top. I don't want any droopy leaves, I don't want any evergreen over here, so just going to be a big old ball of leaves. Building evergreens and such. Bit more difficult. And to be honest, when you building evergreens, using a sapling to grow them isn't too big of an offense because the evergreens, they look quite good when grown from a sapling, if you ask me. But even if you do, just building it by hand shows a lot of effort and thoughts you put into your build, so it's always appreciated to just make your own trees. Alright. And I'm not going to do the interior of this house, but let's just put some torches up here because it looked very dark when looking inside. And I think we're just about ready to wrap up the episode. So, you can of course use your own banners over there. It's just a bit of a silly face, I think. I like it. Anyway, if you want to do something like this, I want to just point out things that I think I could improve upon if I was going to spend a couple more hours on this. The bridges, I don't really like them. They're flat, and I actually don't like the glass now that I see it like this in a finished build. Make the islands a little bit more of a different height, so make that one go a bit lower. Make the angel statue island one block higher. On the roof of the house you can put some leaves, which is always something that people do, which I'm actually going to do in this episode. I was trying to wrap up, but I just realized I forgot that. And just realize that however good your build looks, you can always spend more time on it and make it look even better. So I'm going to call this build finished right now, but that doesn't mean that I can't spend more time on it, improving and perfecting everything. So, for example, putting leaves like this, that's just something to give the house a bit more character. And there's tons of little things you can do around the island. So, for example, you can go around making the islands just a little bit bigger, just 1 or 2 blocks bigger, like almost everywhere, and then you have a whole load of grass you can put in. And grass, you can just do whatever you want with it. So put some flowers in there, just decorate the island a bit more. And just do the inside of the house as well. I didn't do that because, well, I need to end the episode someday and I don't have infinite time. So, anyway, that was it for the 4th episode of The Joy of Building. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.